Alright guys, so here I am. I'm out at beautiful Henry Hagg Lake in Washington County in Oregon, just a few miles north of a small town called Gaston and a few miles south of my hometown of Forest Grove. So anyway, figured we'd touch base real quick. Set this right here. Figured we'd touch base real quick and I'd show you everything for the kayak fits in this bag with a little bit of room to spare. So without further ado, I'm going to unpackage it, I'm going to inflate it, I'll see you on the water. Alright, so it's inflated. I've got the GoPro mounted on the utility bar, or the accessory bar, and then I've also got another mount for my phone, because I'm going to maybe capture a little bit of me in there. Anyway, see you again on the water. Alright, so I'm floating. Took a little bit more effort to get it in the water than I thought, just because of just trying to keep it clean, but there's no point. It's not meant to be kept clean. So, first impressions, totally just going straight. It's not bad. Just kind of scooting along here. I will say though that the seat didn't do as great as I had hoped. I leaned back, and now I did put the booster under it. So, I mean, I guess there's that. But it's a good day. They were forecasting rain, but I think it might come later. Alright guys, so a little impromptu here. Now I'm going to be using my camera phone, so I apologize. I totally, when I hauled the bag of extra kayak bits back to the car, I totally packed the GoPro battery with it. Anyway, I'm going to flip it around here. Well, you can kind of catch what's going on the lake right now. This thing's surprisingly stable. I've been able to readjust my seat while I'm in it floating, and I was sliding way back and there was no support, but I just had the straps in the wrong spot. Now I'm gonna hook the phone up to my attachment here and give you guys kind of a point of view shot of Henry Hagg Lake in Washington County, just south of Forest Grove, Oregon, just north of Gaston, Oregon. Anyway, I'm not sure how long the battery's gonna last though, so if I happen to be paddling and talking in the middle, it cuts out, well, that's it for the episode. Anyway, catch you guys later. Give you some action shots here. Oh, that's the microphone for the GoPro. Sorry. Anyway, here I am paddling. So yesterday I had mentioned how there is a right and a left paddle, and they are actually marked. As I was putting them together today, I saw that, and then I had them apparently in the right position when I was holding it yesterday before I flipped it over. So I'm not a pro or even an expert. I wouldn't even consider myself a novice at this point. I would say definitely more of an idiot when it comes to this kind of stuff, but you know what? Ignorance is 100% curable. So I'm doing great. If anybody's got any kind of recommendations on my paddling form, I am welcome to any and all suggestions that are going to make this job easier. Not that it's hard. I'm actually heading straight into the wind right now, and I'm still making progress. This thing tracks wonderfully. It is great. Anyway, just thought I'd pipe in again for that. I'll talk to you guys later. This lake at one time held the national record for smallmouth bass pulled out of here. I haven't personally caught anything in it or out of it since I was about 12. It's part of the reason why I wanted this boat. Oh, I just saw something jump over there though. That's the reason I wanted some sort of boat so I could just get out here, get into the areas, you know, that were farther out from the bank. You know, reach out to those areas where you couldn't cast. And I think this little kayak's going to be perfect for it. It is a thicker material than I was thinking it would be. I was a little scared. I'd read a few of the reviews on Amazon about how they had found small pinhole leaks fresh out of the box. I could see where, you know, if it had been stored for a while and there was a crease in it, I could totally see where that could be a problem. But I didn't see any in mine. At least in this one, maybe in the other one, which I still haven't unboxed. I'll get to it though, I promise. I'll unbox it with the GoPro on so you can have a point of view and a little bit closer up look. And I might try to put together some sort of video where it's a composite of the original unboxing video that I did and then the unboxing of the second, so you guys can get a better look at the parts that are in here. So I gotta say, this thing tracks pretty darn straight. I'm really quite impressed. Just kind of cruising along here. Yeah, there are totally some spots in here that you're just not gonna get to without hiking. And I tell you, these hills around here, they may not look like much on there, but the hill straight in front of us is probably 150, 200 feet up. You know, it's a fairly steep climb. Down's never a problem, except for, you know, when it's wet, because all the hills around here are this slick red clay, but it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Just gonna be quiet here for a few minutes and paddle and enjoy it. There's nobody out on the lake, a couple of fishermen, that's about it. Next month, you know, maybe even this weekend, but definitely by next month, which would be June, mid-June, school will be out. There'll be more boats on the water, a lot of kids will come, and then by August, this place is a madhouse. It's absolutely bonkers. And I'm not a huge fan of the crowds. Living out here, you know, most times of the year was okay, because it's really not that far. It's a 15-minute drive into Forest Grove, so you can do your shopping and stuff, but it's totally quiet. Elk, deer, bobcats, bears, you name it, it's all out here. And, you know, it's not as scary as that might sound, or that's not as scary as it might sound, because, you know, wild animals kind of want to be left alone. You know, they don't want nothing to do with us. So, yeah, it's peaceful enough here that they'd come into the yard. There was a herd of elk that loved to just come into. There were a couple of apple trees and a pear tree down in part of the property that got bought up by the county when they put in this dam. The elk would come through there, they'd use our driveway, walk up our hill, disappear off into the forest. Anyway, it was fantastic. Yeah, I think my wife and kids are going to love this little guy, my youngest one. He's 13. He might not like this as much. It might be more of a stretch for him with his arms, you know, and the oar length. You know, if he's sitting down on the bottom of the boat. We'll see. If not, I've got two. Oops, I bumped that. I think we're okay. All right. We'll do a loop around the speed buoy here. Kind of point you back around from the direction in which we came. But yeah, this little point on the lake off to my right, off to your right, is a looks like a good place to fish. I'm going to start swinging her around. As we swing around here, you're going to see some buildings and stuff off to the straight ahead there. Now right there, that's boat ramp. See, that's on, we put in at boat ramp A, which is now apparently Eagle Point recreational area. Doesn't tell you there's a boat ramp there as you're pulling in, but if you flip a U because you know you missed the boat ramp, it tells you there's a boat ramp when you're heading the other direction. And we're coming back around. I haven't been out here very long, I don't think. I'm definitely going to be bringing my fishing equipment after a couple more trips. I might come out here with the GoPro and make another one of these types of videos where it's just paddling on the lake. We're swinging around here. Now we're pointing at the dam. You can see car driving across it here coming up, and then we've got the structures over here in front of the bow. That's boat ramp A. Put in just on the other side of that building. I think that's a Washington County Sheriff's boat garage, boathouse. Houseboat? No, boathouse. So there's a little bit of wind. This thing seems to be doing okay. I'm not stuck, you know. Funny story. When my wife and I were dating, we bought a raft. I bought a raft. And I thought it'd be great to bring it out to this lake. Holy cow, it didn't take much. There was less of a breeze then than there is now. And we put out from shore, and it was so impossible to paddle and navigate that we ended up jumping out of the boat and pushing the boat to shore. We were swimming along behind it to get it back to shore. I never took that thing out again. I sold it at a garage sale to some other sucker. Anyway, this product, way different. Way different. It's actually going to make getting out on the water enjoyable. Not only is it enjoyable, it's affordable. It is fantastic. I love it. I wish I'd done this years before. I've already bought a 3-pound anchor for it. So once I get out into these areas, now this lake, it's not very big. It's good size, but it's not super large. Let's say it's 150 feet deep in its deepest spot. It's fed by 3 creeks. There are 3 creeks that feed it. Seine Creek, Scoggins Creek, and Tanner Creek. Tanner Creek's the smallest one, and then I'd say Seine Creek and then Scoggins Creek in that order as far as volume of water feeding this thing. And I want to say it's used as a water source for the Hillsboro and surrounding areas. Hillsboro has right around 100,000, maybe just a little over 100,000 now. I tell you guys, this is great. I wouldn't hesitate to buy one of these if I was anybody. I mean, my arms aren't even tired. These aren't the greatest paddles in the world, but man, I tell you, my arms aren't even a little bit tired. I could do this all day long. I may. You're gonna get some video. Count on that. Let the partiers out here. Got that boat right up there. Anyway, guys, I think that's going to be it for me. Yeah, look to have this posted sometime soon. And this is the Fishing Idiot signing out.